Hey everyone, welcome back to Pay and Theta. This is going to be a quicker episode, if you will, but I just want to kind of go over a few things. So AMD, my position on AMD, I definitely think it has found its bottom, if you will. Found the support right here. I think it's going to stay in between the low 80s to the mid 80s for a few weeks. It kind of seems like every few weeks it kind of stays on a trend, and I think we've definitely seen the bottom of this trend, and I think we're coming up on the bottom of this trend. So I definitely think that you should be more careful if you've got AMD. It's good in terms of I think it's going to go up, but if you're selling covered calls, make sure you can realize you could lose your position if you sell covered calls too low. BlockFi I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, AMD, I bought one back, the 8450 call. I bought that one back for $5. This one ends this week. I could do another play like a week out. I haven't really looked at it, but I know it is pennies on the dollar, if you will, but I'm selling calls really far out of the money. So the 88 call, and it's not even $80 yet. So that would mean moving up $8 more in the next week. Anything could happen. Obviously, you've seen some spikes here. Uh, I would like to be on the safe side of things and get ahead of the game. I know AMD is worth, I think, a lot more than it's worth right now, and I think that's why we've seen kind of the support we have, and I think it's definitely going to go up. My Chewy, I definitely think I got in at a good price. I think it was a very discounted price when I got it in. As you can see right here, the $72. It's at 73, like 60 right now. I still think it has more room to run. I've got this 84 call for 2 weeks out. I know its earnings are pretty much the day before that call is, so I know it's kind of risky in having an 84 call. I might try to buy this back and do like a short-term one on this to kind of make my money back and hold on to this position. Let's see. June 4th. I'd have to go like the 75 call for a week out. That's only $1.50. I don't know. We'll see. I might not do that. I mean, I really wouldn't mind losing, quote unquote, losing Chewy at $84 compared that I bought it at 72.50. It would be a killer deal for me because I'd make about $1,200. So really wouldn't mind that. And I don't. I mean, I already made $90. I haven't really made any money on paper on this call. But either way, if it stays below 84, I get the $90. If it doesn't, it goes over, I get $1,200 on top of the 90, on top of the 250. So you can do the math. That's a pretty good payday for a month. I think I'm just gonna keep it. The more that I think about it, that's kind of why I'm doing these videos, just kind of talk this thing out. But I think I want to keep it there. So, anyways, okay. So the whole BlockFi thing, it pretty much stores cryptocurrency. I'm not the biggest on cryptocurrency, as you can tell. This account is very, very small. But I think what I want to do is all these earnings, or the earnings I'm bringing in through these covered calls and cash secured puts, I think I want to transition some of my portfolio into cryptocurrency. As of now, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're heavily in the tank. And the cool thing about BlockFi is it pays you interest. So if you have Bitcoin, it'll pay you 5% of what you have. I think it's monthly. So it's pretty much like a dividend. This is a year rate. So, I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's based on a year. But if you think about it, stocks like AT&T, they have like maybe a 6%, a 6% dividend, and it's not really a growth stock. 4.5. I don't think that's right to AT&T, but let's see. It pays 7% per year, and it's the same thing. The BlockFi, it reinvested. So whenever you get paid in more Bitcoin. So it's very similar as like a dividend in terms of getting paid pretty consistently and in the shares, like dividend reinvestment program, or I guess it's like the crypto reinvestment program on BlockFi. So that's kind of why I like BlockFi. But as you can see, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they've definitely dropped. I feel like they found a little support. Dropped to 34. It's kind of stayed right in the 34 to 35 range. It occasionally got up to 39, maybe touched 40 once. I still think this is very, very cheap, obviously, compared to a month ago. It was in the 60s. So I think that turning some of the profits that I make on these cash secured puts and covered calls on the stock side, I think I'm just going to reinvest that into the crypto side. So the next time I make any money, if I make $1,200 from Chewy in about a month, I might just put $1,200 in BlockFi because it'll pay me 5%, and it'll pay me 4.5%. I'm in both Ethereum and Bitcoin, more Ethereum than Bitcoin. It's only 136 or $131, but it's something. It's something to start growing, and that's kind of what I've done. I've made a few grand, buying and selling calls and puts. I could put a little bit of that money into crypto, and I think now is a good time. Obviously, it would have been a better time like a year or two ago, but I think that it's a discount right now, and I definitely want to get into more of it. So that's what I'm planning on doing. But just be cautious if you have AMD selling covered calls too low. I think it definitely is a good time for it to break out, as it has definitely found its support breaking in there. And then Chewy, I think it's still a great time to buy long term. And I'm pushing my covered calls pretty high, even though it has a few weeks out and earnings. So we'll see how it plays out. But either way, getting paid for time, I'd love to see that. But that's all I've got for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.